Like, let's...
Okay, we're back for part 2 of this week's
Yay!
Hangout. There were shenanigans in the previous one, so we're starting fresh. Talk about something while you get these links ready, Musty.
Okay. Yeah, so Ryan won't want to talk about this yet, but we went to the Midwest Gaming Classic this weekend, and we'll probably talk about more of that as the night goes on, including pickups and things like that. But yeah, it was exciting times. So, what else? Oh, yeah, I know what we can talk about. How about the Xbox One S All Digital Edition?
The sad edition. I hate that that's actually the acronym.
Yeah, that they didn't think to. Granted, they probably already had boxes. Like,
yeah,
like, how did somebody in an era where Xbone was a thing? Like, how did you not focus group that?
Exactly.
I have some issues. I was talking about it on Twitter. So I'm going to lead the charge here in saying this was a big misstep.
I was just talking, I watched Infinity, or not Infinity War, I watched Civil War last night, and there's a part right at the beginning where Tony looks back at his life when he was like 18 or something, before his parents died, and the acronym for like the augmented reality is BARF. It's like bio, and he's like, you gotta work on that acronym or something like that. And then you see this today, and what's sad, I'm like, yep. It was kind of just like same boat.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm trying to think if there's like a different like if they would have gone the Xbox One D, right? Could have been called the Xbod, or they could have called it. They could have called it the X Boy. Like, I mean, there's so many other things that they could have done.
And I mean, they're starting off with a kind of bad name to begin with, to be honest.
Sure, they are. But I mean, the funny thing is that the Xbox One X like actually spells Xbox. Like, that's like a happy coincidence, I think. I mean, they've used the S and the Elite nomenclature before, so like but this is just like, is there another way that you could have? I mean, when there was speculation that that's what it was going to be called, and all of that speculation was true, people were like, well, that's, they're going to call it this. And yeah, it was probably too late to pump the brakes or make the change on that stuff. And that's unfortunate, but it's just, I just don't. And I think I'm more frustrated by the fact at the price point than anything else right now. Although this isn't a product for me. Like,
yeah.
However, at one point I was thinking, wow, it would be great if I could put the X that I have into if I could put the X into the TV that has the 4K, and then get that thing down here where I don't need to worry about discs, or vice versa, because all my discs for my Xbox One X are down here. So if I could have made it so I could play all the stuff I have digitally upstairs and Game Pass, that would have been a smart move. But not at $250. Not at $250 US. Like, that is like when the price for a S with a drive, so an SWD, not SAD, S with drive, is $250 right now in the States. Like, it's insanity for someone to go and spend the same amount of money for something that doesn't have that.
Yeah. The only thing, by the way, hey Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
The only, like, not necessarily upside, but just justification for it being the same price about as the S, and the S still being currently available, is maybe they are phasing out the S, and this is the new version of what that's going to be. Like, they'll just stop producing the old version of the S, and this is the new SKU of it.
And then that was the point that Eric was making, is that it seems like that could be the groundwork that they're laying right now for that.
Yeah, like the casual player viewer that mostly just does digital. Here's your entry level system.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with Nintendo. I can't keep up with this stuff. You put a disc in and all it does is download stuff from the internet.
Well, now you don't even have to do that.
That has
just download it from
like
the internet.
Zero place in physical collecting at all. Like there's no future in that as far as your discs go. You got a disc, great. Like as soon as those servers no longer let you download stuff anymore, it's basically a coaster. It's not worth getting into. You don't even own the stuff you own. So done with it.
That's not the purpose, but I get your point.
For years, there have been people on PC who've been doing that with the knowledge that is a possibility or a likelihood because Steam libraries aren't transferable. I remember, I think Caleb and Scott had a pretty healthy discussion about that. And again, Scott taking it from the angle of look at all these physical items I have. This doesn't help me, right? And I think that's the same thing. And yes, I agree that what I suspect that some of this is for, the intention here is to get people starting to be comfortable with the concept that this is one avenue of the future. And I because there's talk that there are going to be multiple next boxes coming out on top of this whole streaming future that Microsoft is planning with xCloud. And in which case xCloud, you wouldn't even play the games from your home. You would play the games and then stream the gameplay as well, which is the whole Stadia. I mean, it's the same thing that Stadia is doing with a more developed maybe not developed architecture, but at least developed game library, which is funny to say that now. Oh, the irony.
But like xCloud, that's not just like, it's not going to be only streaming. I'm sure you're going to be able to stream the content you already own in whatever form, physically or digitally, from elsewhere, from your account. Like you can have a disc in your system at home and play it on your phone wherever or something like that.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure it's not going to just be a Netflix. I'm sure it's just
like what Stadia is doing, right? Like Stadia is saying that you have a spot on their server that streams to whatever device that you are playing on, and you can switch devices and pick up seamlessly from where you were. But they really haven't gone into a ton of detail. Phil Spencer said he was playing a lot of Forza on his phone lately.
Well,
he's basically beta testing this thing for him. So
there is a new Forza mobile game, though.
I saw that. No, he's playing Horizon.
Oh, okay.
He's playing Horizon on his phone, using goofy Starlink style like mount for a phone to like sit into.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but like I get a lot of the issues with this. I think a lot of it's also overblown. Like whenever someone goes, "Oh, all digital future," it's just like you're acting like the sky is falling to a degree. I understand the concerns. Preservation is definitely a thing that needs to be worked on. Like the fact that you're mostly just renting stuff digitally is a concern, but it's like we're not. I don't think it's going to be an all digital future. It's like I think it's more accurate just to say the mostly digital future, which we are already kind of there with every other kind of media. It's like Blu-rays didn't disappear, music CDs didn't disappear, books haven't disappeared. There's just smaller sections in like Walmart. You can still get them from like Amazon and other more specialized places sometimes, but it's still all there. It's just less of it is physical,
but
it's not all gone,
to Troy's point, though, your disc, like the copy that comes from that store, for a game that has been patched at any point. At some point, those patches are no longer going to be available, and therefore you are playing the game as it was printed on that disc.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily
if it lets you play it at all, because it might not even let you do that, right? Like unless you're playing entirely offline, in which case are you getting like if you let's use Mass Effect Andromeda or No Man's Sky as an example, right? If you play that game without getting the update, then you are playing the version on the disc without any of the fixes, without any of the day one stuff that happens. So yeah, I get where Troy's at there.
Troy and a lot of other people, but
and a lot of other people, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like I'm not trying to dismiss that either. It's like the concerns are valid, but I feel like there's only overreactions rather than just reactions. It's either the world
my
is
point
ending,
is like
or
in the future when you want to play that game, you're not going to be able to. So I don't want to invest. I don't want to invest in that because I don't want to become attached to a game that I'm never going to be able to play in the future.
Yeah, PT.
I'd rather I have lots of things
Pilgrim.
from the past I can play that are complete and playable at any point.
Yeah,
and that's really my point with it is that I don't want to get into a game of something and then like 10 years later go, man, I really want to play that game, and then it not be available, and I'm sitting there going like, damn it, like what?
Yeah,
you could almost argue the other way though, that puts almost an impetus to playing them now while you can.
Yeah, but then there's that barrier to entry. Like do you want to drop all that money and then have it go poof? I understand the point. I wasn't trying to negate your point, Troy. It's just like
no, not.
Yeah,
I was trying
to.
I'm just trying to show a certain point of view.
Yeah, I'm just trying to expand on that.
It doesn't piss me off because I don't have a PS4 and I don't have an Xbox One, so to me it matters nil to nothing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying that's why I'm not getting into it because yeah.
Anyway, hey, it was.
Hey guys.
Hello.
And hey, Kevin in the chat with your snarky comments again. That's funny.
I lost the chat after our shenanigans earlier.
Our celebrity appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on Cartridge Club Hangout 2. A Realm Reborn.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking at the YouTube chat, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, glasses, Eric.
Yeah. So Eric,
put him on TV.
R.I.P.
See what he looks like.
R.I.P. video games is what he says. So.
Damn it. You're supposed to present Eric without glasses so we can see what he looks like. That's the Superman effect.
Yeah, go ahead. I pretty much look the same.
You I wouldn't recognize you.
Okay.
That sounds like a you problem.
It's the Superman effect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I will say I have cut down on my own video game buying in previous months, and that's just because I decided to get some heavies at Midwest.
Mm.
I want it. Let's see them.
I mean, we started late, and this is part 2. We might as well get into it if you want to.
I did not see Metal. What's the name of it?
Storm.
Metal Storm at all at Cowlitz.
Really?
I didn't even see it there, man. I was so.
I'm trying to think if I wasn't looking for it at Midwest. I think I thought I saw at least one copy.
I saw at least 2.
I'm not trying to rub
copies.
it in. Not trying to rub it in.
I saw 2, maybe 3 copies.
You weren't looking out for me?
Well,
I didn't know that's what you were looking for, but
I'm just kidding.
One of them was, of course, Forever Games. I believe they had it, and I was like, nope.
Uh-oh. Are they the opposite of the honey hole?
Yeah, they're the reverse honey
well,
hole.
they
no deals to me
have
there.
multiple showcases of stuff that no one is going to buy.
No one is going to buy, or no one's going to buy for those prices?
Well, I mean, who's coming to that show to buy a boxed Samson? Like
someone whose only intention is to buy a box.
Potentially, maybe? Yes. And so they are the one guy who has it. But then they'll go and they'll buy out the other Samsons at the place. So then they suddenly, like, they're very much a late in the show, they will go buy the heavy hitters away from others so that now they have it. So the next show, it's them. The guy's got a great business model, and he does. I mean, he still sells a bunch. It seems like they don't budge very much.
Where are they from?
Ohio, I believe.
Oh,
so they will be at. I'm sure they will be at Too Many Games.
They weren't the ones that were at that PRGE last year, Ryan, were they?
They were there.
Was it the guy who kept saying, "Oh, we're from all the way from Ohio"?
I don't remember them saying it, but they were the guys who.
The guy who kind of reminds me of Jack Black from High Fidelity.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
Yeah, I know exactly the guy you're talking about. They were buddies with the guy you bought Buster Douglas from. You know, they shared a booth.
They were across the aisle from them this time. Was that Play It Retro? That's the name of those guys.
Okay. No, I'm
but they both deal in highly sought after games.
Yeah.
Primarily, like behind their case, they had a bunch of graded games.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like
what? But at the same time, you're looking at some of those vendors. Like I've seen it in Barrie, where like a guy showed up and he was buying. I think he was buying a Samson, and that's the only reason why he was there. He was basically there to buy that, and he already had it set up to buy it.
My point for that,
he wanted to be able to get his fingers on it before.
Yeah,
it was like a place to meet up to basically take the bid opener or whatever and open up the NES card and make sure it was legit. And that was it. Like, so that's why that guy was there. And if he bought anything else, I'd be surprised.
Yeah. And $10 admission to ensure the validity of an item that you're spending, close to $1,000, if not more, on is a wise decision.
Yeah.
But Musty, you're pointing out that they had graded games. One of them was a graded repro.
They had a graded repro.
They had a repro of California Raisins, a game that has never been released, and it had a 9.0.
Well, that WADA, I don't know what I think about that grading service, because that service grades open games.
Yeah, but
like loose games. They will grade loose games.
How do you grade a reproduction game? A game that was never released. It's not, I believe it's not even like finished. It's just like it has all the levels, but like there's like no end credits. It's just like nothing. You can't even Buried on Mars.
You couldn't even prove to me that cartridge
from YouTube. You can't pretend you beat a game.
You couldn't even prove to me that game actually works.
Yeah.
Because it's slabbed at that point. Mm-hmm. So I'm going on the word of this grading company who is like the new kid on the block because they're grading whatever you send them, right? It's ridiculous. Anyways.
Yeah, but just to say, we always see those guys at Portland. We see them. I imagine they hit every show because that's their job,
Yeah.
What's their name again?
Forever Games.
And they're at Portland?
Oh yeah,
they've been at Portland both times I was out there. They've been at Midwest every year.
Yeah.
Is it the guy with the red hair?
Yes.
Yep. Ginger.
He's the guy who bought my Master System kiosk.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That guy. Okay. Yeah, I know who you are talking about.
That's the guy.
And they were the ones with the boxed Samson.
Yeah, they've got a box. Everything? They have a box Samson. They've got an Aero Fighters. They've got
okay.
Like they had
everything.
They had Metal Gear for the MSX, both of them.
Yeah, it's just like.
And I asked them, I was like, "This is a really stupid question because I know it's your booth, but I was going to ask it." And I was like, "How much?" And they said $400 a piece. And I'm like, "Okay, just want to know because I already know that's probably not the price." I believe I looked it up before, but because they're the only person at the convention with Metal Gear for the MSX,
that can't be worth
$1.
Yeah, but if there's no other copies, then I guess they set the market, right?
Yep.
And just wait.
And I realized that eBay sets the market because eBay is like the main buy-sell site out there, but I don't know. In that moment,
Mars' comment: "Give me your expensive games, and I will grade them."
That's fine. Just keep your red Sharpie away from it, please. Yeah. Here, I'll let you grade this one first. This came from Hodge.
Right, A+.
See that?
No.
I've
This
seen
right
those.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had those in Barry.
Yeah. So he brought a
cool.
few down for us.
I didn't see the Cartridge Club ones though.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
saw,
it's,
like,
it's like
particular
it's
one.
ornament size.
MGC exclusive.
Yes. Well, he said he'll have them. He said he'll have them at C3. So
So it means I got to travel all the way down there just to meet up with a
Well,
guy that I can drive an hour.
you have other means to do that. However, he did say that at least at MGC, he gave these to us at cost, like cost of materials. So
Yeah.
But yeah.
I still got to get my tickets for the 3 days.
Yeah, I need to get my flight booked. Now that this is in the rearview mirror, I can.
Yeah, I mean, I got a
planning.
flight and a hotel, but no tickets right now. So.
No ticket.
Yeah. No ticket. I know what you're talking about.
That's right.
I think.
Dogma.
Good movie.
Yep. Of all the ones to reference.
I'm kidding. I know it's from Last Crusade.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. I don't know if it's from Dogma too.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it was Silent Bob's like only line in that, or like one of two lines in that movie.
Yeah,
really. He said
it's so freaking weird that you bring that up because I was just watching something on that, like on YouTube right before the Hangout.
To be perfectly honest with you, I was paying half attention, so I legit thought it was a Dogma reference. And I think I've only seen Last Crusade like once. So
yeah, I mean that's where he got it from.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah.
Like once you said that, it was like, oh yeah, obviously. But
yeah.
Warframe distracted me just enough to go, oh, Dogma reference.
I think Hodge used it in a video recently. The Dogma clip. Maybe is that where? I don't know.
Really?
Anyways,
I'm not sure.
Somebody used it recently as like a cutaway.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I'd watch it, but I'm hanging out with you clowns.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hey, we could have been hanging out with those hunters from wherever they're from. Anyways, I'm not supposed to bring up that. So,
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you can thank those jackasses for the links being available through Discord and DMs now. Not dealing with that crap again.
Yeah, was someone in here hassling? Is that what was going on?
Yeah.
No, someone popped in and they seemed to be totally civil and just like, like just chatting with us.
There were signs.
There were some signs that it was like, this isn't exactly this isn't your realm, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the very least, this isn't the topic of discussion. But
and then he left. I don't know if he left or you booted him, but you basically told him this probably isn't a great spot for you. And then all of a sudden he came back with one other friend, and we booted him at that point. And then like another name came in, like it kind of
escalated, and we couldn't figure out how, if any.
I don't think there's
any way to refresh the link so that they cannot use it. I deleted the tweet. And they kept getting in. I had to release a part 2 of this because there was just nothing I could do.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why there was a part 2?
That's why.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, as I was shutting it down, you were in the comments and you're like, did I miss it? And I was like,
it's just because we would have had to deal with the constant drop-ins.
Yeah, it was too distracting. So it's just like, but unless someone can provide a solution to refresh the link if and when that happens, I'm not posting it to Twitter anymore. It's just one too many times for me.
Well, because now they'll keep an eye on
exactly,
like they may follow you, or they may just write down your name so they can come back to it. Yeah,
it's just not worth the hassle.
So what are you gonna do? The private message again, or what?
Either
I'll post the Discord and I'll post it to whoever I'm familiar with on Twitter that asks.
All right.
And it'll be for anyone that I'm not familiar with. It'll be through referral because it's the only way I can think to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Sucks to have to turn people away, but
it was mildly entertaining.
It was entertaining for a minute because the guy was just like he was just He's being super friendly, and it's like, okay, well,
yeah, and just like mouth open. What the hell do I do?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the first part.
Yeah, it's a lot of silence and confused looks.
yeah, because
a one-sided conversation.
Yeah, because we didn't let him in, so the audience would never actually hear that.
Although if some of that did get through, let me know, please, so I can delete it. Just on the off chance, same.
Especially toward the end, there were some words. mentioned that we don't want to.
Words that people usually describe with a letter. I'll put it that way.
Yes.
Well, I mean the one guy was fine. It was the other guy that was doing that.
And I'm sure they were completely unrelated.
No. I doubt that.
Hence the sarcasm. Thank you.
Duly noted.
Mike from the Retro Lectors in the chat. Hello, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey. Hello.
It's going good now.
Have we teased the MGC stuff enough yet?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think you should move on to pickups. I don't have anything because Star Wars book that was supposed to come out today moved to Friday for my shipments for some reason. So the thing you don't care about anyway isn't being shown. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So, because you mentioned it last week, Nat, that you wanted this, I went to the store and got another one.
Oh, nice.
So we can for sure do something. So gotcha. Your old.
Did you get guard with it?
Yes, it's brand new. So
I actually got
included
myself last week.
What, are they clearing them out or something?
Yeah, they're at a store called Five and Below, so they're $5.
Holy crap! If you get another one, let me know.
I can hit up the store again tomorrow if it's there. There was still a bunch when I hit it up last week.
You should probably pick up more than one next time because it's 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, it's brand new. So
yeah,
they have that and what's it called? Advanced Wars, Call of Duty Advanced Wars too for $5. But I don't know if anyone wants that.
That one I think is unlikely to spike in price down the road.
This one might go up down the road. So.
Unless it gets a Switch port, which I think is not very likely.
That version would become even more rare because it would just be no sales at all.
Could be.
So,
but there was a vendor selling it for $40 at Midwest, right? It was 40.
Yep, there's one selling for 40, a couple selling it for 35 or 30. So I should just brought a booth and just
sell that.
The Star Fox booth.
The 25 undercut everyone.
You just come in, I would just say come in $1 under them. Be like, best price on Star Fox Zero that you'll find here.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like sleazy tactics I use at Barry to price my stuff.
So if you for sure want it, DM me and I'll grab you one.
I do want one.
Okay.
So I don't need to DM you. I'm personally telling you.
If anyone wants one, just DM me. It's perfectly fine. Anyways,
state your intentions.
Yeah. So, anyways, this was pre-MGC pickup as well. This came out Friday, and I stopped it. I actually went straight. I completely forgot in the morning that.
Yeah, go get me one of those too.
Well, I got some new Smash Brothers amiibos that came out Friday. So I got Daisy. Oop.
It's not as many zombies in that as I thought there would be.
At least I'm not the only one that went there in my head.
Ken. And then I got Young Link. So the 3 Smash amiibos that came out, picked them up Friday, so kind of a pre-MGC pickup. I guess we should show some swag.
Smash amiibos just came out?
Yep, last Friday. It's the new ones.
Oh, okay.
So I got some free swag here. I guess those are the Upper Deck, Big Trouble in Little China.
Legendary lanyard.
Yeah. Someone was handing it out, but I think the pinball machines might have been doing it. So here's Kurt Russell.
Kind of.
Sorta.
Sorta. Big E Trouble.
Oh, it is Upper Deck. Okay.
Yeah.
So that, some Labo markers, Luigi pencil.
This is all like free stuff. People.
Yeah, Nintendo had a little booth that they were showing off the Labo VR. Switch screen wipe.
Was there a lot of interest in the cardboard play sets or what?
Saw a bunch of jabronis playing it, so probably. Some Mario Odyssey stickers, more pencils, some Toad and Mario ones. Grabbed a Nintendo bag, and I think there's an eraser in here too. Yep. Come on now.
You should send the eraser away to get it graded.
Oh yeah, good point. So bag, Nintendo bag, and eraser.
Or you can send it to Mars. And he can grade it with the rest of the games you're going to send him.
Sure. So I also met Ernest Hudson from the Ghostbusters.
Nice.
He was there signing autographs. I got a picture. I believe I posted that on my Instagram, but I met him and Eric Bischoff. I missed out on Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, because I thought they were charging for autographs and pictures. Turns out they were free. You just had to get there and get a card. So I missed out on the $1 Million Man. So, but other than that was pretty cool. They're really nice. So I picked. This was the first acquisition, and I didn't know that these guys were going to be there until a buddy of mine pointed it out to me on Friday. I met him for dinner. That, hey, are you going to buy one of these? And it is the Hori reproduction retrobit. It just was making it. I believe they announced it at Portland last year that they're coming out with the GameCube style Hori pad that the N64 had. That was always going for. It goes for pretty.
It's like 90 plus or something
yeah,
for the
90
Hori one.
Wasn't it like 50 before?
It was like 50, but now it's up to like the $100 range, right around there.
No.
So
I don't know how that is.
Retrobit, who I have their products, I do think they make good products. They released it, and apparently it was, I think, debuting the release.
Well, this was the pre-release.
Yeah,
so like it's coming soon for like, but this was the last opportunity to get it before.
Yep. So they had 3 colors. They had red, blue, and see-through green. I went with blue because the guy's like, I don't have many blues, so if that matters to you, he's like, just want to get your heads up. I was leaning red because I do have a Hori pad, but I decided, I guess, to go blue. I should probably got a red because I could do a comparison size, but whatever, because these, I believe, are slightly larger, and I still have to test that, but I'm pretty positive after seeing a guy selling one of these real controllers, the real Hori controllers in front of me. I'm pretty positive that this is slightly larger for North American sized hands. So
that's a pretty nice looking controller. I mean, that basically solves all the problems I ever have.
My only problem is the D-pad.
Yeah, it's really
placement
weird.
of it's weird.
Placement of it's weird, and it's too small. So that's always been my complaint about the Hori pad.
It's smaller than the one that's on the N64 controller.
Yeah, it's significantly smaller.
Hard to tell from here. So okay.
So
let me know how that is.
Will do. I got this from Musty. I got Final Fight CD.
Oh, nice.
Loose, but still, I'll piece it out over the time. But I popped it in. It was still a lot of fun.
Very nice.
I got bought this from Jason Corpse Flood Gaming. I got bought this at the dinner on Saturday. I bought Rampage for the GameCube. People like to see it complete, or at least game and manual. I should probably wipe this off right here too. I can do it with my mouse.
I have a video on how to get that off of there. It's highly watched one on YouTube if you want to know.
Oh, thank you. Good plug. And then a not for resale Knights of the Old Republic. I don't know if that is. I should look into that. If that's.
I think it was bundled in with the system.
Was it?
It must have been. That's why it's not for resale.
I just don't remember there being a bundle with KOTOR in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Maybe
There are some odd variants because there's like a version of Halo that had like it had the Game of the Year thing on it or something, but it didn't have the bestseller printed on it or something like that. I sent that to a friend who collects Halo stuff. That is not musty.
So I also picked up. Now I have this game, but it's an orange label, and the orange label was originally my copy from growing up with it, but always kind of irked me that it didn't have a white label, so I got white label Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
What are you gonna do with the orange label?
I don't know. Keep it because it's probably it means something to me. It was one of the first games I got for the Dreamcast.
All right.
Are you looking for an orange label one?
I was thinking about collecting the orange label Dreamcasts.
Oh, geez, man, you must have everything in your collection if you're going down that avenue now.
Yeah. No, but
one of the top games I was looking for got me Shinobi 3.
yay!
Awesome.
That's a good one.
That was the last game I bought actually too. So
Rusty Soul.
I got me Slow Jam and Earl. Pretty good.
Okay.
Right there too. I got me X-Men Children of the Atom for the Sega Saturn US release.
Nice.
And
I love it's got the Game Pro rating on the front of it.
oh yeah, that's fantastic.
The face is exploding.
Yeah.
Children of Adam, the edition.
Straight fives.
And
right.
Marvel superheroes. That's
nice.
These three were like the high ones for me on my want list.
Yeah.
So, and I got them both. So made me very happy.
Yeah, I don't have any of those.
I got those are really the last two I kind of needed for US release ones. So, but that was my MGC.
Very cool.
All right, I'm gonna go before Musty because if Musty goes before me, then it's gonna make all my stuff look like hot garbage.
I don't know. I don't have nearly as much as Ryan did, but if you want to go first, go ahead.
All right, I'll get it out of the way because yours is more special. Mine's just sort of stuff I found.
You say that, but you don't know.
One thing that I got from Derek at Barry was a whole bunch of Nintendo sleeves. He found a guy who was selling them super cheap, and then he bought them and then just gave them to me, which is kind of weird. I didn't even say anything. He has this like weird memory of remembering.
You didn't say thank you.
I said thank you to Derek, yes, and I hooked him up with deals. I think I don't know. You'd have to ask him. And then I got a copy of David Robinson. From court basketball. Wow. The reason why I got this, there's a story behind it. I have this loose, but I bought this this game for my brother like back in the day, and I played it probably every day 2 weeks before Christmas before I gave it to him. So he got this for Christmas, and I pretty much played it all the way through. Before Christmas, before he even knew it. So every time he wasn't home, I played it.
Why is there a save on this already?
Oh, they're sending him that way from the store.
I had to get that for the collection. I also picked up, it's downstairs right now because my son was playing it. So Plants vs. Zombies on the Xbox 360 because he wanted that. So I picked that up for him at a Value Village. I picked this up for $4. The green Xbox controller. It's kind of nice. A GameCube, or not GameCube, Game Boy Advance power supply. That was $3. Got let's see here, a Wii. I don't know which one this is, the Classic or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Classic Pro or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Classic Controller Pro.
Yeah, so that's $7. That wasn't too bad. And I picked up today. I got this, which is a game I've never seen before. I mean, it probably goes for what I paid for it because I paid $6 for it. But it's Wizards and Warriors: Fortress of Fear, and I'd never seen it before. So I was just like, you know what? Why not? $6.
Yeah, that's.
I'm pretty sure it just goes for that. But I mean, I think it's fairly uncommon or something. So said, never heard of it even.
Is that supposed to be like 4th in the series? I have to wonder if that's...
Haven't done my research on it. Just found it today. Then, if anybody cares, this is just going to be for trade for people that are interested in this stuff. A bunch of Warhammer books. Since I'm into D&D now, I kind of figured I could use that in the community to hook myself up with something later down the road. Picked this up. This is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time guide from Versus Books. So like pretty uncommon type of thing. And then I was in a thrift shop, and the guy who usually like creams out the whole place before I can even get there, I was talking to him, and he didn't want this, so he handed it to me. And I don't know why he didn't, because it's a pretty expensive guide, but Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask guide from Nintendo Power. And and then I found this today, the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle.
Nice.
I don't know if it's all in there. I got to count the pieces, which is going to be a chore, but I got that for $3. I mean, it's opened, but I got it for $3. So
Does it break after you put in 5 pieces?
5.
No. Oh.
Only one way to find out. I think I'm going to count them. I have no interest. Look at how much green there is on that. I'm going to sit there for days just like going cross-eyed trying to put that thing together.
I think that's the one that Miles and Catherine did recently.
This puzzle?
Yes, that exact puzzle. Somebody did, and then asked if it counted as a beat. Ryan, was it Miles and Catherine?
They tried to. I said,
yeah, it was that.
No.
Okay. Yeah, they tried to get a just beat it on a puzzle.
And I think that's
Ryan refused.
Beat cup.
Beat cup. Hashtag beat cup.
It's funny.
But I've been finding actually more stuff for my D&D channel than I have for my video game channel lately.
Is that it for your pickups?
That's it, I think. Oh, no, and I picked up a Raspberry Pi 3, which is sitting on the floor over there for like $5.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So anyone other than Musty want to go first?
I can go next unless he doesn't mind.
I don't mind.
He teased it long enough, he can wait.
I don't mind at all.
Most of my stuff is already put away, but I got Bubble Bobble for the Master System.
What's that version like?
Not complete, but
The music is good.
it was all right. It's
better than the NES version? Or?
I'm not sure last time I played the NES version, so I couldn't say. But it was tough. I didn't make it very far into it, but then I got Poseidon for the Mark III.
Wow.
Which is interesting because it's they changed the character colors in the US version for whatever reason.
Really?
But and then I got Great Ice Hockey complete for the Master System, Shinobi complete for the Master System, and then I got my first Blue Label with a Slapshot for the Master System, and then Star Fox Zero, brand new.
5 and below?
No, the five and below as a local, it hasn't opened yet.
Yeah.
But I got all those off of eBay. But
Cool.
But overall, it should be fun if I can get the misses to play. And that's it.
Okay.
Quick and easy. Oh, one thing.
Nope. Done. Sorry.
Things how it's not new, but the brawler for
Everybody's trying to replace that Creddy controller, on that N64 with something, just anything. They'll pick up
this
anything.
one.
Play something different than that.
What I've played with it, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
That wasn't part of the Kickstarter run, was it? Like,
no, it was. But I haven't had
That one
any
was?
problems with the left shoulder button.
okay.
So
Because I know, like, all of us who got it during Kickstarter flipped it and like made money on the deal.
You're welcome. And thank you, Musty.
Dude, I've never sold something on eBay that fast. Like, that was nuts. 10 minutes.
I think we even just said, like, let's do a crazy price because we saw how much they're going for. Like, yeah, just put up for this, and then instantly. And then I did it, And I was like 3 hours later, like it went off for me basically.
And they have since sent replacement controllers to us.
Yep. Better.
Anyways,
Better ones that weren't defective.
Yeah.
So. Well, actually, you know what? They did send me a defective one, but they immediately sent me a replacement when I said, "Hey, this
doesn't work."
A replacement for your replacement.
Yep.
That's got like a 20-foot cable on it.
Yep, and they didn't even like question or ask me to send it back. They're like, "No, we'll just send you another one." I'm like, "Okay." So if you want a free one, just email them and say yours is broken.
At this point, it's more practical for them to just fix it than actually go through the repair process.
Well, they've moved on, and I think the Dreamcast controller just wrapped up recently. I didn't get in on that one though.
No, that was a little too pricey for my blood.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome." I was like, not worth that though.
Yeah, I'll wait till a Black Friday sale through like Castlemania or something like that, and maybe that's when I'll get on that. But I'll let someone else discover the L shoulder button issue. Seeing as how they'll give me the praise for it.
Yeah. Sure, I can go now.
Yeah.
So I had some things that were coming down from Canada, thanks to Hodge, who did a little delivery for me. So we're going to start with this that came from Derek. He had found this a while ago. I totally forgot that he grabbed this for me, but it is a Crimson Skies. Apparently there was a it's like miniature games. Yeah. So it is it basically is HeroClix, but for Crimson Skies. So there are multiple packs. But yeah, like
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never knew about that.
Random, but cool.
It's very, so there's other packs, and there's like different factions and stuff like that are just kind of some more lore for the game beyond that. So
that's cool.
You know, there were books for that game. I think I've got one. Did you ever read them?
There was a game before it as well. There was a game for the PC that the High Road to Revenge was the Xbox exclusive.
Were they different games? I thought they were the same.
I think they are. I think they might be.
Okay.
I suspect they might be. I'm maybe totally wrong there.
Xbox is a sequel, seeing as how it says High Road to Revenge.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not sure. The other thing that Derek sent me was...
Is that a Connect adapter?
It is.
Yay!
So I now will be able to use... Because I had let go of my base model. I now will be able to use my Connect adapter for this. Although, like, the one thing I'm not entirely sure on is, like, whether... Like, I mean, it sure looks legit, but like one of the things on the instructions here, it has connect with a hyphen in it. See that? I'm not sure what's going on there, right? Like that seems weird. But all the branding on it, all the branding on this says, Microsoft Corporation, Redmond, Washington, like Microsoft AC adapter. So I don't know if like the manual, I mean, obviously it's not in a box, so maybe he got some instructions or something off the web or something. Doesn't matter. As long as it works, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
At this point. The other thing that came from Canada, and I this man's generosity, I swear, it blows my mind. James sent me this. And to replace my Game Capture HD, and it's possible, I mean, although this is an upgrade, it's possible that some of my issues may have been software based now that I look at it, after talking to Tesseract over the weekend. So again, like,
still upgrade.
It is still an upgrade, and I mean, again, it just kind of blows my mind that he's as generous as he is, and we've all, I think, been benefactors of that in one way or another.
Yeah.
So,
what did he?
At least,
what's the one he gave you? I can't. My screen's too fuzzy.
It's the HD 60.
Which one do you have?
The HD, which is
yours external too, or is it a
which
PCI?
Is this one?
Okay,
it's this one. This one is
more.
more. Ooh, hello. This is the one that has the PS3 cord that plugs into there.
Yeah. Component.
It effectively, and also has a component adapter that plugs into there that you can use composite and S-video on.
Yeah.
So I'll have this as a backup in case this new one goes, but there is some reason to hang on to this still, because like if I ever wanted to capture, because I didn't drop a ridiculous sum of money on the Eon adapter for the GameCube. So if I ever want to stream GameCube, I'm going to need that piece. But moving on. This is something Ryan found a long time ago, and he just realized that he hadn't given it to me yet. So if anyone has played Final Fantasy 15, this is a T-shirt that is the logo of the auto shop that Sid and Cindy work at.
I found it twice, or it's priced twice. It was, if you look.
Well, yeah,
at
I took the tag off, so it's 50 cents down here, and it was like $2 up here, and over here it's got Target clearance stickers of $5.98 and I think $9.98. So, but it's a T-shirt that will fit me if I'll take it out eventually. It's subtle enough that people aren't going to really know.
Put it on.
Not now. Not now. There's a time and a place for that, and you guys aren't paying. So, moving on. That's all the like pre-arranged items for the show. Now we'll get to stuff that was actually at the show. I too picked up the Tribute N64 controller. This is the red one because I didn't want to do a translucent controller. So, but again, like the shrink. This is just like saran wrap on it, but. I haven't opened it up yet, but they did have a demo unit, so I did get my hands on it and got to try it. And part of my logic was like, hey, 2-player N64 games now I can... This might be a little easier for the little guy to control.
I'm sorry, is that the same one that you guys did the Kickstarter for, or is it another company that's doing the same thing?
This is Retrobit versus Retro Fighters, which is the one that Oaz showed earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, Retro Fighters, Retrobit, got it.
Yeah, the Retro Fighters one is more Wii U Pro controllers shaped, whereas this is modeled after the Hori pad.
It's this year's attempt at fixing the N64 controller.
This year's attempt.
Well, thank you.
Oh, so true.
Okay.
Then, I saw this and I was like, you know what? It's sealed. It's in good shape, and if this Disney Plus thing is something that we end up deciding to do, it may cause us to no longer continue with Netflix. And if that's the case, then we won't have access to Stranger Things Season 1. But this is the one it looks like a VHS tape, but it's the Blu-ray set.
Awesome.
They made a physical copy of that?
They did.
I didn't know that.
At Target.
Cool.
Target only. And they specifically said, this is Blu-ray.
Is that season 1 and 2 or just season 1?
It's just season 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I picked that up for $10.
Wow.
Yeah. I was pretty happy with that. I was like, okay,
good.
Why not? Then I was randomly rifled through a bin of DS games and
you get Thor?
Bang! Yep. I got Thor. And I was like, well, you know what? August, we just made an announcement that August's game of the month is going to be this game. And so I was like, well, the best way to play that game is on the DS as well. So I picked up a copy of Chrono Trigger that's a little...
yellowy?
A little... Yeah, like he said, like something got spilled on it, but he confirmed that it worked and the saves are still on there and everything.
Put it in that little... plastic doodad?
Yeah, well, he got it from. I think he got it from GameStop because GameStop sells them in this sometimes. Yeah, but I still had from when I traded in my copy. I still had the box and manual. So reunited.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So now I have a complete that. So I said to myself, I said to myself,
self.
That's a bad joke. Sorry. Go on.
I said,
that's a horrible joke.
How are you going to play these games? So I said, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You sold your 2DS.
I did.
Okay.
And I sold my DSi.
All right.
So Polar White.
DS?
Polar White DS Lite.
Nice.
And it's in pretty good shape. I just cleaned the screens a little bit, so they're pretty good. There's a little bit of rubbing on there. It did not have a charger, and I almost ended up overpaying for one. But then I was like, you know what? I have that box of wires. Everyone's got their box of wires, right?
I actually have multiple boxes of wires.
Boom. And it's the right one.
How much?
So again, reunited.
Do you mind if I ask how much DS Lites are going for these days?
I got this for $30.
Well, that's pretty
which
good.
Might have been overpaying. But it was the best. It was the best price I could find for one that wasn't like seafoam green or
were you looking for that specific color, or are you just looking for a DS that wasn't ugly?
I wanted one that I knew would work and that wasn't like. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty happy with this one itself. So I would have. I mean, I would have liked to get a collector's one. Like I think Hodge picked up a. Oh, I won't spoil his. Never mind. I won't spoil his pickup video. But he got
Game Boy games. Advanced.
He got it. Yes, it does, and that was the other reason that I wanted it, because I was considering doing the what Curtis has done, which is do the 101 model GBA screen into a original model Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, try that.
Like I really want to do that, but that's an expensive undertaking, and so I was like, this was my alternative, and so this at least opens that up to where I can play everything except 3DS and above portable games for the Nintendo side of things. Next up, from Captain Algebra, this was something from a deal that I had with him before. He bought a few games off of me, and this was helped offset some of that cost a little bit. So that goes with my copy that I got from PG Collectaholic. Then I was hanging out with the Video Games Monthly guys a bit, because a lot of those guys, Back in the Day Gamer, John Aguilera, and Captain Algebra all subscribed to them. And so they recognized me because they watch every one of those unboxing videos for their service, which is smart. That's exactly what they should be doing. So
they watch every one of them?
Every VGM unboxing they watch.
How many subs do they have?
I don't know. I don't know how many people actually do videos, though.
Wow.
Like,
so you hung out with those guys? I wasn't sure about that. You hung out with the Video Game Monthly guys.
Yeah.
They were at MGC. Wow.
They were there. And because they're from Michigan. But they were there, and they were talking to me, and they kind of pulled back the curtain a little bit on the service, and that they noticed that I was in for a month, and then the first time I backed out because we were moving. Then the second time I got back in, and I wasn't all that happy with the box, and so I told them I just needed to put it on hold, and I was just not but they remembered the video because that was the one where they sent me Your Shape Fitness for the Wii U.
Oh yeah.
And I said the message received, guys, and they remembered. He remembered that phrase. Like he was like, "Oh my god!" He's like, look, no, I'm not asking for anything out of you right now, but spend some time with us. I want to try and make this right, and I want you to at least just say that you'll at least think about maybe coming back. But he told me like a lot of the complaints are like you can only maintain up to 200 games on a system. That's not entirely true, because they will maintain above 200 games. They just can't do it for everyone because it's all manual beyond that point. So their system for some reason caps at that point, and then they have to do it by hand the rest of the way. They will also keep a wish list on file for you, but again, very manual process. And so they don't surface those things, and a lot of people just continue to do it without an issue. And the other thing that he said to me was like, when you limit to only a few systems, then it makes it much tougher for them to try and maximize your value in the box. And I was like, I totally get that, because I was like NES, what was that? NES, Genesis, and Wii U. I think that's what I had. And so like trying to find something that would get me the best for that. And so I'm contemplating it. I won't do anything until after too many games, but maybe I might come back. We'll see. The other thing he said was, and there's a lead up here to this. The other thing they said was, here, grab one of these, and it was a box full of CIB NES games, and so I picked up this copy of Bump and Jump.
Wow!
Yeah,
very nice.
Absolutely free. So again, they're trying to make it right, because they.
You weren't offended by that? Your fitness thing?
No, I was totally joking, right? and I told him that. Like I'm like I was kidding, right? Like you saw I was smiling. He's like, yeah, but that comment sort of stuck. Like we were like, that, that just, But like I know, like Travis had a bad, like Travis got games that were on his list for some reason, like ones that he had marked off, and I know that in other cases, like I know back in the day, Gamer has gotten a duplicate one time, and he contacted them, and then they made a point of rectifying it the next time. Like, so I'm not sure what. It seems like they will help people who are going to ask, and not just like just cut and run.
Sure.
So, anyways, long story short. They're not bad guys, and I mean, they seem like they have a lot of fun. They also gave me 3 beers, so just in the booth sitting there.
Wow,
which was cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool of them. So back to more games. This I got in I got this in a partial trade with Jason from Corpse Flood Gaming. That is Super Mario Strikers. It is the Wii version. So, and then
yuck.
Sure. So if you've seen some of these guys doing these video game dust sleeves videos, I'm not sure if you may or may not have, but there's a guy out there who does video game dust sleeves, and he just custom printing. So the guys from the Weekend Rental podcast gave me one of theirs. So again,
That's
these
cool.
are
I saw that in somebody's picture too.
Yeah, so
but
I mean, it's very thin. It's not even cardstock, but I mean, they're printed very nicely, and I heard the pricing's a little more than I would think, but it's not bad advertising. And
do some Cartridge Club ones?
Maybe.
I need like 274 of them.
274 Cartridge Club ones.
I mean, they have to be made out of like plastic or whatever. They can't be made out of paper.
They're not. They are a very thin paper, but they're like photo paper almost. I think.
Yeah, like a glossy, right?
Yes, they are.
Something
shiny.
for you to put on the games at your booth.
Yeah, I mean that'd be smart, and I think the VGM guys were actually talking with Captain Algebra about it, about like selling advertising space on like NES games in that month's box, right? Like,
Hmm.
anyways, I was hearing some business stuff.
Yeah.
back to the games.
Okay.
I picked this up from Forever Games. Toward the end of the day, I threw a price out. They said sure, and so I got Gremlins 2.
That's pretty uncommon, isn't it?
I didn't see a ton of copies of it. It was on my list as one of the, I'm not going after Sunsoft or anything at this point, but I was like, I've heard good things about it, so I grabbed that. And then, which one of these do I want to show you first? If you watched my, if you watched my video, you'll know. Oh, I skipped this one. If you watch my video, you'll know that one of the 5 things I was looking for was an uncommon, maybe even rare Wii U game. And it's Devil's Third. So
hey, congratulations. That's
yay! Cool. Yes.
Nice.
So
is it open or is it sealed?
It has plastic, but it is opened. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Is it going than 50?
More than, yes.
Yeah, okay. I want to ask what you paid. It's all right.
Yeah, I may have paid just a touch, but the fact that I don't have to worry about the conditions on it is great.
It's cool that you found it at all. I don't think I've ever seen it more than once at a GameStop.
Yeah. I've watched playthroughs of it and it is super wild. So I will show you. So if you watch that video as well, you know that one of the other things I was looking for was a heavy hitter off the Capcom list. So does anyone remember what game it was in particular that I was really hoping for?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, Snow Brothers.
Okay. Well, when I got there, I actually made a trade on what I like the highest value games that I had with me to trade, and so out of pocket I spent $40 to acquire DuckTales 2.
Was that it? Did I remember it wrong? I thought you said Snow.
No, you didn't. You didn't remember it wrong. You didn't remember it wrong, but
okay, good.
There was a good price on it. And then he was willing to take my trade. His name, and Hodge knows him, is from Cerulean Games, and he's another one that has like nice like top tier stuff, but he's not quite to the level of the other vendor that we were talking about earlier. So I got me DuckTales 2. So Capcom cool. Capcom goal achieved. So that's two goals. Until
come on. I mean, you got to make your own video. Come on.
What?
I want you to tell me you got one of your Sega CD games. Go ahead. Go.
I did not.
Oh.
I did not. I did not find anyone who had it, unfortunately. But I had made some other sales to others who were going to be at the show, and so this next game I got with only spending money that I got coming back from those sales, including the Master System. So just know that the Master System got this for me.
Yay!
So I got me some Snow Brothers. The label's a little crunchy right here, but other than that, it plays wonderfully.
That's a great game too. It's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. It is Bubble Bobble. Like it straight up is Bubble Bobble. But I'm not done yet.
What?
I'm not done yet.
This is why I want to do my pickups for 4 years. Exactly the reason.
But I'm not done yet. Chris Pico, who has been awesome in to those who aren't aware, the old ass retro gamer. He has been hanging out in my streams, including Final Fantasy VIII, and so he's like, "Hey, I'm totally going to bring you something because I'm sure that you'll appreciate it." And so he brought me this. This is Cypher.
That is cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So funny enough, though,
do you have any other characters?
I have all of them, including Cypher already. So now I have 2 Cyphers.
Stream giveaway.
That's actually a genius idea.
Yeah, give it away on your Final Fantasy VIII stream.
Yeah. My first subscriber can get that for me. But
very cool.
But one of the things that I did want was complete in-box Super Famicom Final Fantasy games, and there was a vendor who saw my wants video, and he had them for me. Except I got to his booth and they were gone.
What?
Somebody had bought them already.
Wait, he brought them for you and sold them?
He brought them because he knew I would be there, and then put them on the table. And I'm actually kind of glad he did, because he had them priced way above what I would have been comfortable paying. And then I would have felt obligated to do it as well.
That's what we were worried about.
Yeah. So when I came by the booth, he still had one. He had Final Fantasy V on the table, complete in box, for $35, and I was like, really? Because, and this is spoiler for next week, there was an eBay listing for 4, 5, 6, and Mystic Quest for $80 plus shipping.
All complete?
All complete, all practically looking brand new.
Wow.
From a US vendor as well.
You got that?
And so on the spot at MGC, technically it's an MGC pickup because I bought the eBay listing at the show. So those are on their way here. So I'm still getting those. So technically 3 out of 5 things are coming my way. However, he did have this, and I did not expect to see this. I did not expect to feel as drawn to picking it up as I am, but I had to, and he gave me a good price on it. And it was actually kind of nice because I leveraged the fact that he didn't have that those games had sold to get him to come down on the price here. I actually got him down $20 on this. Is Renoa from Final Fantasy VIII, the 1/6 scale.
That's cool.
Figure. So
wow.
Yes.
Did they make all of them like that, or is that like just a special one-off?
Well, this is I messaged Dean to ask, like, just to give you a comparison. This is the Bandai one.
Yeah.
Which is much smaller.
Yeah.
You're probably not seeing that very well. I mean, this is over. She's over a foot tall here. Like,
is she bigger than a Barbie doll? Or about the size of a Barbie doll?
I could take her out.
You only have sons.
Musty Hobbit plays with dolls.
All right.
But yes, so
did they make the other characters? I'm sorry, I didn't
say again.
Did they make the other characters in that scale?
They do have some other characters in this scale as well. I actually do have Squall in the Play Arts Kai, which is like the more recent Square Enix like Dissidia version. This is from 1999, and it's in wonderful shape. In fact, I mean, I could tell the tape has been removed, but
it's from 99, really.
It's from 1999.
Well, that's fantastic.
Right there. Yep. But yeah, it's 1/6 scale, so it's. I mean, she's not more than a foot tall. She's probably at least 8 inches, 10 inches maybe. But yeah, did not expect it. And then when I could get the guy to come down on the price, I was like, I have to. She's kind of like I don't do the whole like waifu stuff, like, but yeah.
She's your waifu.
She's special. She's special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is everything.
Okay.
So thank you for bearing with me for all of that storytelling.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I picked up that you mentioned Play Arts. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but I got it listed on eBay right now. It's like a Assassin's Creed 2 Play Arts.
Ooh, nice.
Ezio.
Auditory.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah, so I got that listed on eBay right now.
Yeah, those figures are awesome. Like
this one goes for a pretty penny too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see what I can get for it.
Well, yeah, because I got 2 of them. One of them is. I'll bring it over. Hold on.
Like, it had the original sticker on it, which is like $54. I bought it for $20.
Nice.
But it goes for like over a couple hundred, like according to eBay Canada right now.
Oh damn.
Okay. So
There's a loose one for going for 170. So
this is the Squall one.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's super posable and like very, like it's got other hands and things like that, so I can swap those things out. But I just kind of went with that. And then the other one that I have is, don't fall over. This one's awesome. I did not expect.
Ooh.
Master
that
Chief.
is pretty awesome one.
Yeah. And he's got a pistol on his side, and yes, it's the Halo 5 Master Chief. And there's another head that's got like the cracked visor and stuff on it, which is really cool. So, but yeah, those, like, there was that stretch last year where I was like, I want statues and figures.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the things I picked up because they just had them like, it was like huge like discount on them.
Just call them what they are, Musty. They're dolls.
Even though the stands.
Yeah, they've got. I mean, they have a stand.
Oh, okay. So that makes them figures. Got it.
Yes,
that's the difference.
There's statues.
They have dolls.
Stand is the difference between a doll and a figure.
They're meant to be looked at, not played with.
That's right.
Like games.
That's right.
My games.
Didn't mean for it to get quiet. You guys can talk now.
That's a good pickup for you.
Yeah.
That's a good expo. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be bringing very many games back from too many games when I come down there though, because I'm flying and I'm not doing like a pack and luggage deal. I'm just like bringing the carry on. So
you don't think you'll be bringing too many games?
I'm going to try to bring as many games as possible, but I really don't want to get strip searched at the airport.
Yeah, that was the one. So like there was a point on Saturday after I had gotten once I had gotten DuckTales 2 and then after Snow Brothers happened, like I was like, I don't know that I want to bother with searching for commons right now. Like that was really, it was strange that kind of like I just wasn't motivated to rifle through stuff. And I don't know why. So I mean, the number of games that I picked up was much less than any other show that I've been at, but I've also picked up games that I've never spent that amount of money on before. Like I have to redo my NES top 5 video now. Like I will need to, because
you just topped it.
These are now my top 2. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It felt better to walk out of there with like 6 or 7 games and some
that are
other
really
items.
Interesting rather than like a bunch of commons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was just like, I really don't want to just get all the LJN games right now. And part of me is also thinking like, well, if I re-sign up for this VGM thing, they're going to have something to send me.
Yeah, so, like the LJN games.
They could send me the LJN games and they can feel good about it because they're like, this is garbage. At least in their mind. But to me, it's like, you're helping me achieve a subset. So thank you. But I was thinking if I get back into it, Famicom, Super Famicom are systems that I don't ever see games for. So why not have a random chance at getting a game for the system and maybe I get something great? Yeah. That was some of my thought, but I need to let the dust settle before I go making any bold moves at this point. Like I really should buy my ticket to the show and buy my flight to the show and make sure I have spending money at the show. But if I can do what I did here and not spend, like, I'm comfortable with what I spent here. And if I spend just as much at TMG, although I won't have the same amount of trades as I did this time around, but who knows? I'm planning on not having checked luggage if I can avoid it. Because I am most likely flying unless something changes in the last
Well, let me know when you're getting into the airport, because I put out a thing like, can someone pick me up? And I got nothing but crickets, but you're like more of a beautiful person than I am. So. Because like I really don't, because honestly, from the hotel to the airport to the hotel is, I can't remember what it is, like $75 US or something.
Is it really for a cab?
Yeah, for a cab or like an Uber or a.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of hard for me to Uber with my.
Well, it's like a half hour or 40-minute. It's like a 45-minute drive, isn't it? Because we're like. Yeah. Okay.
So
I will.
We picked that hotel. We didn't think about people that were flying, I guess.
Well,
it's totally not in the right direction.
I mean, the show is not even. I mean, the show is even further away from the airport than that. So, yeah, that is something that
I'm rolling in on Friday though, so I imagine a lot of people might even be at the show when I'm arriving. So I might just have to bite the bullet on that one.
Well, I mean, if we can maximize the number of people who are coming in, maybe we can split it and then not have to. It won't have to sting as much.
Well, when are you coming in?
I don't know yet. I don't have tickets.
Oh, right.
I don't have a flight yet.
What's your plan?
As early as possible.
On Friday or Thursday?
Friday.
Yeah. Okay. I think
Friday morning.
Friday morning.
I would like to arrive Friday morning. Like, yeah, that is my plan, is to, like, if I can get on like the 6 a.m. flight, and not have too much of a layover, hopefully be there by lunchtime, something like that. Like, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But I know Base Guy said that he was driving through, and that he might be willing to pick people up.
Cool.
So I think it's just as we get closer, we can hash out some of those details. But yeah, I need to start looking at my flight. I was hoping the flight prices were going to go down, but I don't know. I don't know when a good time is to start looking for those until it's too late.
Yeah.
Right? So I will get that figured out. But yeah, we can definitely try and figure out a way to either offset or reduce our cost there, or see if we can get somebody to, at least, if we only have to pay that like one way instead of both ways, like that would be the
real kicker is I got to head back on the Cartridge Club day where everybody's meeting up, like full on meeting up, because that's I can only take a few days off.
Gotcha.
I'm in that same boat.
They could not freaking have too many games like a week later. If it was 1 week later, I'd have 2 months off. But nope, had to be right before the last week of school.
So Troy, you're leaving Monday, and Rocket, did you say you were leaving Monday too?
I am.
Oh.
And Brad too.
Yeah. Well, Brad's my ride, so.
Isn't your whole crew going, Rocket? Don't you have your other two buddies going too?
Yeah.
Three buddies?
Yeah, it's because if you remember Brad from last year's MGC,
yeah,
he's gonna drive, and he's got a vehicle that his company pays for his gas, so it's essentially free travel. But we have to leave that Monday morning. So
he's your ex-brother-in-law, right?
Correct.
He's the guy that helped me out. Yeah, he gave me a couple of things. Yeah, yeah.
So,
but then you had three guys that came to PRGE. That Brad wasn't one of them, was it?
No, but Dave, Jim, and probably Tony are coming. So the guys that came to Portland are probably coming to TMG as well.
But they're not driving back with you?
No, they are. We're just all coming.
All five of you?
So, yeah.
Okay. Because I think, who's the guy with the Atari from last year?
Jim. Yep.
That's the guy we owe a beer. Did you pay him back yet, Musty?
I did not.
Okay. We owe that guy a beer.
One beer.
Well.
Yeah.
We could probably swing a couple.
Depends on the brand.
Gave us all those Atari. Yeah, that's right. It depends on the brand. All right. I just remember we owe that guy because he gave us those Atari games. Yeah.
She heard beer.
What'd you guys say?
She heard beer. So she was like,
hey. She said we bought him a beer, but I don't remember doing that.
I don't remember buying him a beer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or did we we didn't at 42, did we? Oh, that was before. They basically came in and handed the box to us and said, "Here you go."
Yeah, no, we didn't at MGC. Now, But he was at PRGE. Did we buy him a beer then?
I don't remember.
That's okay.
Buying him a beer.
It's okay. We don't need it.
It's okay. We can buy a guy a beer, and if
we don't even have to have a reason.
Okay.
Oh,
she says that you guys bought him one at Rogue last year.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, no more beer for that guy. I'm just kidding. It's all right. It's all right.
Remember how we couldn't remember your winnings from the Extra Life thing? Couldn't remember what things you got. I found them when I moved.
Me?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What were they?
I'm gonna bring them. I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta. You gotta wait till too many games.
Okay.
But I did.
I'm just trying to avoid putting things on my
again, I'll bring them with me. Moving, man.
You might need to. Yeah, you might need to let him know what the volume of it is, so he can pack appropriately.
Oh, don't worry. That it won't take up that much space. It's just a couple of games.
Okay.
So, can I ask now about the Master System deal?
Sure.
Is that public knowledge now? Can we?
He'll have his video out soon enough, but
so still not mention his name.
I don't care. You can say his name.
Well, we didn't last week. We were very careful. You were very careful not to say.
Well, I mean, part of me was like, I need to make sure the deal happens. Like, yeah. But
did it go down okay? It's okay.
Yes.
Did it go down okay? Is he happy?
He's ecstatic.
Good.
However, he did not want any of the loose games or games without manuals. Therefore, I still have like 12 of my games.
All right.
So I still have 12 Master System games.
And no Master System.
And no Master System.
But a Retron. Sorry.
Retron 5. Yeah.
I spoiled it.
Yes. So there's a possibility that I could look at acquiring something that will plug into that and let me play them. Or I may liquidate the rest, but we'll see.
Was Wonder Boy 3 one of the loose ones?
Wonder Boy 3 actually was part of the trade to get me DuckTales 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry, no, Wonder Boy 3 went to somebody else. Actually, that went to John
Aguilera?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. What? So that means he's got your copy of Shinobi.
No.
The guy you traded, the other guy, the guy we're not mentioning his name.
Shinobi did not have the manual.
Really?
So I still have that copy of Shinobi with
I just need the variant box. This is very interesting.
I can just bring it.
Maybe I'll ping you about it.
Yeah. I'll bring it to you. The other person who was interested in it ended up getting a complete in box version, so he also did not need it. So
I just trying to decide if I want a complete in box or if I just care about the box.
Is there a variant manual for it, or is it just the box that's different?
It's just the box. It's just a correction.
So you would just need another Shinobi manual to make it complete again, right?
Yeah, I would try to do that. It's hard to find loose Sega Master System manuals, in my opinion. Not that I ever really look for them, which is why I was reluctant in the first place. But maybe I'll talk to you about it and we can work something out. It's all up to you. It's up to you. I don't know. I'll decide. I'll think about it.
So what's the variant?
Oh, I forget which one is which, but one of them says 5 missions, 15 rounds, and one of them says 5 missions, 19 rounds. And I think the one that says 19 is an error. I forget which one I have and which one Musty has, but I know.
I think I have the one that says 15.
I think that's the one that's the correction, and that's the one that's I don't have.
Mine says 5 and 19 rounds.
Yeah, I think that's the original one with an error. But it's just something I added to the like Troy was teasing me earlier about the Orange Dreamcast games. It's just something I added to my wish list as a potential collectible collection target. Is he looking at his? Anyway.
I
don't know. I see Troy got up and is walking away.
Mine says 5 and 15.
Oh, nice. Is it multilingual or is it all English?
Oh, geez, I gotta go look at it
all
again.
Could have just brought it down.
Anyway, okay, that's cool. I'm glad. I'm looking forward to this mystery man's video or woman. Mystery person's video.
Yeah.
I'm always excited to see.
Yeah, I mean it was his number one on his wants list. So I jumped at the opportunity because I'm like I'll give you a good deal, and it totally offset like all the cost for Snow Brothers. So
yeah.
Oh, but mine's missing the manual.
Haha, mine too.
It has the poster, but no manual.
Okay. Is the whole package in English, or is there multilingual on the back?
No, this is all English. There's no
variant. That's the variant I need. So
cool. I didn't even know that. So
I think I learned it from John Hancock or something. That guy knows everything about the variants.
Now, the one thing I'm gonna have to figure out is how to stream this
off of a DS.
Oh, dude,
that's a whole world of pain right there, man.
I told you on Sunday how to stream it.
Oh,
from the toilet.
Well, I'd have to like take the webcam, right? Like I think Daria did this once, where she like built she built something so that the camera was sitting like at the DS.
I said your SNES Mini.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah, you're right.
I'm always right.
SNES Mini. What are you talking about?
SNES Classic mod. Like I have a hacked one.
Oh, the SNES Classic. Okay.
Because originally I wanted to do Super Famicom with a patch. I could still do that, but the one copy of Chrono Trigger that I saw at this show was from a booth that was grossly overvaluing their import games.
Okay.
Loose, they had it for $55, and it is a
the Japanese version.
Yes,
I think I got that for like $10 on eBay one day.
Let me just confirm what it is right now because I think it's not much more. In fact, it is $8.47.
Yeah, I think
they wanted $55 for it loose.
No.
Like, are you
nope.
joking me? Like even a new copy right now, a sealed copy is $26.52 on price charting.
Yeah, is that right?
So what I need to do is do some more research about that and see if it see how the language patch is before I go.
You can patch it yourself. There's a way of doing that.
Yeah, I mean I just need to get an SD card with the patch. I just want to make sure that I don't know if every game is.
No, I mean you can patch it with the US ROM. There's a way to do it. Are you talking about Retron 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a way to patch the IPS something or other. I can't remember.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so I can put in the Chrono Trigger. I can put in the Chrono Trigger Super Famicom one, but it'll play the US ROM.
Yeah.
There's a setting, isn't there? Yeah, there's a setting for that.
Yeah, it turns into an IPS file, and it's supposed to just be a language patch, but I think it's just basically like a ROM. So when you put the cartridge in, it recognizes it as that ROM. They call it a language patch, but I think it just plays the whole game off of that IPS file.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, there's videos on it. I think was it My Life in something or other, or I can't remember. It was a while ago. My Life in Forgetting stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, YouTube it, man. Super famous YouTuber did it, so it's easy to find.
Joe.
Okay.
Joe. Yep, Joe.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that because that was. I mean, that's some of why I was justifying hey, I'm gonna pick up some Super Famicom games is because I have the means now to, to do that kind of thing with them. I also need to just actually
second controller ports don't work on 2 of the controllers.
Oh no!
I think the NES and is it the Super Nintendo, or I know the NES one doesn't work. I figured it out during one of my extra live streams.
Oh no!
Someone was trying to play them. They're like, this isn't working. I'm like, freaking great! I didn't put that many hours onto my Restaurant 5.
Does the
brick to whatever?
Which ones aren't working?
Player 2, like I think it might be the Genesis and the NES, or it might be, I can't remember which ones. It's been a while.
I mean, like, as long as the Super Nintendo one does work, you can map to it, right? Like you can play Genesis games with your Super Nintendo controller if you wanted to.
I think it was the Super Nintendo controller that worked, because I remember playing Bubble Bobble, and I'm pretty sure I was using the Super Nintendo controller. My wife was using the NES on Player 1, and I was playing with the Super Nintendo controller on 2. I'm pretty sure. But now when I do it anyways, I just go to the Retro Pi. It's easier.
Yeah.
When I do that live stream.
Okay. Well, I have options then. So trying to find a way to cobble together something to stream off of a DS Lite probably won't need to happen.
Now I've seen people do like hacks and stuff like that to the DS system, but that requires like opening it up and doing like some really weird stuff to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some capture device. Isn't there a capture that like plugs into the GBA port or something?
I'm not sure about that. That'd be kind of cool though.
I thought there was something, but DS capture card.
The only thing I ever saw was like somebody had to like get in there and like fiddle around with some wires and connect them up to some doodad and all this stuff, and it looked a little bit made the DS look a lot heavier.
There is a capture board. Software. Only compatible with the original model DS. It looks like just a cord. It's a USB cord, basically. System software. Software records as AVIs and doesn't capture audio, so you need to... Interesting.
So you can only capture the video, and that's it.
You can get the video. You can get the dual screen video.
Yeah.
But the audio, you have to use 3.5 millimeter audio cable into.
Hard.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that difficult, but
that's
so easy. There is a way to do it, but if there's an easier way to do it, then why make it difficult?
Definitely easier ways of doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, I am looking forward to playing Thor though. Once I finish Zelda, which I'm lined up to finish Zelda. So,
what are you playing tomorrow?
I was gonna play one of these high-profile dealies.
Good idea.
Snow Brothers.
I'm thinking Snow Brothers. That'd be a good one to get some attention.
Game's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and it's only like 50 levels to it, so
it's it's pretty hard though when you get up there.
Sure.
Of course, I suck at video games, so. I can clean them.
Well, it has. I think it has passwords like Bubble Bobble does as well, so I should be able to, through just sheer will alone, be able to like get my way through it at some point.
Yeah, no. James brought his copy over for the Extra Life thing the one time, and I was like, I don't even know if I should touch this game. It's too expensive. I'm like, you put it in the machine. I don't want to. Kind of thing. But I had a blast playing it. It's really good.
Yeah, so World of Long Plays has a 20 or a 31-minute video on it.
Like a playthrough the whole thing?
Yeah, full playthrough, 31 minutes. So if I do, then we can roll into Tales 2. Yes. That they have at 44 minutes. So wouldn't it be wild if I just decided to just knock out my two most expensive NES games in one night? Be like, well, that's what Vigigamer said, is that he picked up Snow because he ended up getting Snow Brothers at a swap meet last month, immediately after my video came out, because he's like, oh, you're gonna have competition for Snow Brothers, and then he went and found it himself, and so he's like, well, I guess you won't have competition, But he said, yeah, first sitting, he just sat down and finished it. And it was like, well, okay. But then I can put it into its plastic tomb.
Is that how what you do? Finish a game, put it in one of those?
No. It's actually not a horrible idea, though. No, just I mean, I'm going to put it on one of those two. I just don't know which one it's going to be.
Yeah, you're gonna need another one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Barrie, I saw a guy at a table. I think it was Barrie, or it might have been the Game Max. I'm trying to remember now which one it was, but there's a guy who was trying to sell Mega Man 5 for $125.
Even that's dropped. It's down to like,
it's like 45, 50 now.
I think it's down to like, I was going to say like 80 US.
I got it from one of the shows or whatever for like $50, I think it was 45 or $50.
Mega Man.
It's even Canadian. So that's
five or six. I got 6. I got.
It says 79.72
US
loose US.
Oh shit! All right.
So you gotta
like for I got 6
like,
though. I got 5. What a second. Which ones do I have?
Yeah, you totally destroyed that guy. But there was a point. There was a point, May 2016, where it was over 100 loose.
I thought it was too much, but he had 5 and I think he had 5 and 6, and he had them both basically priced at the same thing. And then I'm just like, no, they don't.
That's a big mistake on his part.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't sell.
Because six is much less.
Yeah,
$33 for 6 right now,
and that's gone down. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a 45. Yeah, peaked at like 50, 53.
Yeah,
like 3 years ago. 4 years ago.
Everyone's
at
getting
the height of NES.
Yeah, the prices have gone down. Like the Final Fantasy, I remember like 3 years ago, I felt like it was like a $25-$30 game. Now it's like half that. It's like almost like a common, like as in price wise. Like it's not going for much more than like Super Mario 3 at this point.
No, loose definitely not. I mean, I think at this point it's the
complete.
Yeah, it's going for the complete with like the 2 different manuals, and because that is a packed box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking off.
Yep.
Good night, folks. Thanks for the pickups.
Yay!
MGC was awesome.
I'll still put together a video. I still need to look at my footage. I haven't looked at my footage yet.
All right. Well, have fun with that.
Like 48 minutes of GoPro footage.
I have to do a Barrie video, but I have no footage and 2 items. Oh, 3. So I'm like, I don't even know how to make a video with what I got. Because I sold. I didn't buy too much. The point was to replenish the video game fund, not to pay retail prices.
I got a funny feeling. So I can see one thing that's different, and the funny thing, Musty, with this controller is I think it's different from the ones they had on display in the kiosk or whatever, or not a kiosk, but for playing. I think it's slightly different.
What is that?
I don't want to say it's bigger, but the shoulder buttons, so the buttons 2 right here, the Z buttons, are concaved. I don't remember them being like this at the show. I did play it, and it feels a little bit bigger. Which makes me happy. Because one of my complaints about the Hori controllers, I feel it's really tiny in my hands. So I think I have the old N64 in here.
Ye old N64.
Yep, I'm going to take it for a test spin in here.
Get this. Yeah, so I at the show I connected my I did the chest mount on my GoPro, which was great because my hands kept free, and it was like the perfect angle to get good. I think to get good table footage. We'll have to see how this video came out, though. Fingers crossed.
Sorry to cut you off. I just remembered what this open world area, the social area of it, kind of reminds me of is the water town in Breath of the Wild. Just like some of the architecture. I'm not going to show it the video, but just look up Cetus on Warframe. Cetus. It just kind of looks like the fish people city.
The CETUS?
Yeah. Just architecturally.
Sounds like they're using the word cetacean, which is another word for whales.
It's the city connected to the open world plains of Eidolon. If that matters. It is a fishing town.
Okay, let's copy those. It's going to take... How long is it going to take to move? 14 gigs of video. 23 minutes. No, it just, yeah, it felt good to actually like just turn the camera on for once because I haven't been, I've been doing other things rather than focusing on that. What is it, Ryan? Timmy fell down the well?
So what'd you think of Cop's frozen custard, Musty?
It was good. It was good.
Did you?
I should have thought about the fact that I do not have a freezer in my room, but a fridge. So I got back and I had like I took like maybe an inch off the top of it and just ate that, and that was wonderful. And then in the morning, it was still solid enough that I had a couple more bites. And then when we got home, I threw it in the freezer. And then I came back to it, and it was almost too hard. So it was over frozen.
Well, that's why I was telling you guys to order fresh because, you know, the ones they got, they just pulled right from the freezer, and you have to let it thaw for like, 30 minutes before it resembles a delicious state again, if you will.
But yeah, no, it was pretty good. I mean, like we have a Culver's in the area, and when I rolled my eyes at that when I saw somebody tweeting that Culver's was like,
you have to have Culver's. I know.
We saw that. You saw the same thing I saw. You showed me the thing. That's what it was.
I'm going to step away for a minute for the custard talk, so be right back.
It's after midnight here. I think I'm going to call it a night.
Okay, see you, was.
Y'all have a good one.
I will see you later.
Take care.
No, I always equivalent Culver's to like the McDonald's of custard and burger places on the level. Not saying it's bad. I do enjoy Culver's, even though I think it's kind of pricey.
Yeah, I would rather have Culver's over the big chain, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's. Like Culver's is a cut above that, but no, like that's like I don't even consider their cheese curds to truly be cheese curds. Like
but I did see that they were rated higher than In-N-Out Burger. I saw that was like by an MSN poll or something like that. They rated that.
That Culver's was? That's
interesting. The Butter Burger was rated higher than In-N-Out. I've had.
I mean, they're a little. I mean, they're different in kind of delivery.
I mean, I like In-N-Out, but I also think people that tell you that like, oh my God, you have to have In-N-Out. It's like the king of of fast food. I'm like, I don't know. To me, it's like In-N-Out Burger is like on level with the Whopper for me. So I'm like,
Okay.
On where I rate it. I don't know. One of my goals when I was in Vegas is because we don't have a Jack in the Box around here. So it's kind of like, I got to try Jack in the Box. I got to try In-N-Out. I got to try, and there's like one more West Coast burger chain, I think, that I didn't try. So, all right, I did try. So I always find your local places that are just like a burger place are significantly better. But whatever. Burger talk. Cops does have a pretty good burger too. So some people voted best in Milwaukee. I don't think it's on that level. I think it's definitely a good. I like to doctor up my Cops burgers, if you will. So if I have to doctor it up, then I'm like, Let's try Smash Brothers now.
How's the controller so far?
It's all right. Switching to Smash right now because I kind of want to see the range on the analog stick right here. I was just playing Mario 64. I do like it better than the Hori Pad. I will say that.
Do you like it better than the Brawler thing?
No, the one that this is based off of, the Hori Pad.
No, I know. I just mean compared to the other, the Retro Fighter.
I don't know. That one was all right. That one's all right. The Hori, the Brawler 64. I don't. There's things where there's times where I think it works great, and some things I don't think it works great in. So
I'm gonna open mine. I haven't. Here, wait.
Should I bring up another topic while you guys are doing that? Just for
I was gonna ask for silence as I peel this plastic off.
Ooh. So, what did you think of the trailer, Betnat?
It was good, intriguing, slightly worrying, but only because I'm just not sure where they're going with it. I guess spoilers for the Star Wars trailer. The title itself, Rise of Skywalker, is interesting. I'm not sure what it's supposed to mean. I've seen a lot of theories, but that's an odd choice in my opinion as of this moment. And the Palpatine laugh has me extremely worried at the end, because there was a really stupid comic in Legends called Dark Empire, where they brought him back up from the dead as a clone. And it's like, oh, that was so awful.
I mean, we never saw him die, right?
We distinctly saw him die. Then again, we distinctly saw them all die, so fuck it. But my guess, like my best guess, is Sith don't have Force ghosts. They just do not have that ability. But if there is in a location steeped enough in the dark side, their kind of echo will haunt it, and the Death Star is there. The Death Star ruins. So I'm picturing either Palpatine's kind of echo in the Force is haunting the Death Star ruins, or it's going to be some kind of dark side, like cave vision type experience for Kylo, or something.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah, that's my favorite idea of that, is like some kind of vision quest thing.
So could the title be referring to him?
I don't want him to get a redemption arc. I think that would just be hitting the same notes too many times.
Vader.
A little bit, yeah. Just plus, like, he doesn't really have a redeeming quality to him. If they force a redeeming quality on him in the last movie, after he doubles down on joining the dark side, and literally his relatives are like, nah, fuck that guy. But I've seen theories that Skywalker could become some kind of name of like a Jedi Order or the New Jedi Order, or on that line.
They
it could be
talked about
a Skywalker
it said like
Academy
every generation has its legend, right?
Yeah.
Like could it be that the term Skywalker is literally like that person who can ascend above everything else, and like it just happened that Anakin was born into that, like to a woman who had that name. Like,
yeah, there is something in the lore to that effect, but I don't remember the details of it. Not that that is the explanation for it, but there is something else referred to as a Skywalker. But I don't remember if that's Legends or the current canon or something. I don't know. But the other theory I've seen thrown around is that Rey could take up the name symbolically to carry it forward. But I don't want her to be like become part of the lineage of the same family.
Oh yeah, well I mean at this point that would be.
It wouldn't be retconning that, but it would be a step backwards.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing would be that if they did, which I agree that I don't think they should make her like suddenly say like, oh yeah, she's actually Luke's daughter. Like,
nah, hell no.
After specifically pointing out that she's nobody,
yeah,
to just turn around and be like, yeah, he was lying.
Yeah,
like that would be lousy. But it would be funny because everyone who was like, she should have had like some kind of lineage, or there should have been some big connection for her, and all you did was spit in our face and tell us that she's nothing.
Yeah, but I like that though.
I do too.
The symbolic nature of that, like especially when she goes to the mirror cave in Last Jedi, and it's like, show me my parents, and then it's just a reflection of herself because she raised herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I also liked the dual symbolism of that the thing on the island Luke was most afraid of was a mirror. Like the place that Luke was scared to go on the island ended up being a mirror. That could have just been specifically for Rey, but I like that that's the possibility there.
That is interesting. Yeah.
What's another thing?
Lando.
That's cool. Especially, I don't expect them to really touch on it too much, but now that we know L3 is part of the Falcon, shit. Sorry.
I haven't seen it yet. I don't even know what L3 is.
Exactly.
Okay. That was a slip. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But
That's
you
on
don't have
me.
the context.
It's on me for not watching it yet. Like,
Wait a few months, you'll forget I even said anything.
it's not a big deal.
Yeah. There is an element that makes that more interesting now. I will say it that way.
Well, then
For a potential callback.
there's new mini droid.
Yeah. Dio, apparently?
Holy diver.
That was my thought. But it's like obviously like D-O, like a sign, but you know what I mean.
Do?
Or do not.
Like D-O, I guess. I haven't actually seen it written out. There was another freaking theory that I had for that I just do not remember what I was going to say. This is what I get for talking about this crap while I'm like browsing menus in Warframe. But what in the hell was it?
Something about a Star Wars.
Yeah, it's damn it. So Fallen Order looked good.
The video trailer looked good.
Yeah, at least the CG trailer. It's intriguing enough. I like the Inquisitors from Rebels as villains, and apparently those new stormtroopers, they're called Purge Troopers. Those are apparently from the Vader comic, the current one.
I need to look it up. I thought they put out some pictures about that Mandalorian show today too, or something like that.
Yeah, there was a trailer for that, but it was exclusive footage for the celebration. Of course, it leaked, but
I heard Carl Weathers is in it. I was like,
yes,
hell yeah! Apollo Creed, hell yeah!
Yeah, that show sounds and looks good from just all inclinations.
He's a showrunner, Jon Favreau.
Who? Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, who worked on Clone Wars and Rebels.
So, I mean, Disney is promising with their, their service. Definitely is.
It's intriguing. There's a lot of good stuff. I wonder how many years it'll be until it's in Canada.
They're not launching in Canada this year?
Not. They said apparently that it's supposed to be worldwide within 2 years from launch, which I'm still waiting on Hulu. I'm still waiting on the DC Universe service. I'm still waiting on Comixology Unlimited. All these services that say, "Hey, we're gonna come to Canada soon." It's like, still waiting. Not seeing anything.
You can't just type in like Hulu.com and watch stuff like that?
No. I'd need a VPN. It's locked out by region.
I see.
Waiting for that Vader comic.
I saw that Sean commented because someone was retweeting it, but apparently some guy from 2012 guessed this for episode 9. He said his prediction for episode 7 was
7. Yeah.
Was
that tweet from that long ago?
Yeah, 2012. Yeah.
What was the tweet?
They predicted this title and that the Emperor lives.
Yeah.
Huh?
It was
although we don't know for sure that the Emperor is actually alive or not, but
he's dead. I think they confirmed that.
But
or at least he's dead before episode 9. So
they did say though that was his voice on the laugh.
Yeah, Ian McDermott walked out on stage after that.
But they did say that laugh was though from previous recordings though.
Yeah.
Original footage laugh or something like that. So
yeah, I think something of Luke's was from a previous recording and a previous trailer as well, though. So
What do you guys think of the Russo brothers with their please
don't spoil?
Yeah.
They did for Infinity War as well.
They did. You're right.
There was apparently a major leak that came out recently.
Yeah, I heard that. And I've been trying to avoid it as much as possible.
Yeah.
I saw the post about it, so I was just like, nope, I'm not looking to that at all because, well, I go next Thursday, not this Thursday, the next Thursday, 8:10. My bucket of popcorn and my Reese's Pieces. I've heard so many people complain about. Maybe it's just a topic, like a hot topic or discussion piece, but people complain about being about 3 hours long and not having an intermission. I'm like, go to hell. Yeah. I was like, I didn't hear anyone crying about this during Return of the King. And I was like,
yeah, exactly. God. Like,
I was squirming at the end of that.
Well, not me. I just don't chug so much soda going in, kind of just.
Right.
Hey. I didn't. It's just a long ass movie. It had 5 endings. I just remember that, like, having to pee so badly, and every time the screen went black, I'd stand up and it'd come back, and I'm like, God damn it!
No.
But no, I got paced.
No, that's I agree. That's pretty silly too. Yeah, it's like you're going to a movie.
Yeah,
right. Like
you're going to a movie, so go before the movie.
Well, I'm also will be like drinking tons of water prior to going to see the said movie. Like, why do I have all that watermelon before coming here?
That's right. And coffee.
The watermelon and coffee before coming here. Oh,
what is this?
Oh, just like reasons why you would have to go.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
I'm still trying to think of the other friggin' theory I had. I can't friggin'. I'm gonna pull up the trailer again because I need to refresh my memory on whatever the hell I was thinking.
Sorry, I'm pulling the cosplay contest off of my camera right now.
Hey now.
Hey, that Aerith was awesome.
I didn't see any footage.
Well, I guess you'll just have to watch my video. We'll have to see. I hope that it's focused. I tried not to move my proximity from the stage, and it did infuriate me a little bit that they kept referring to that one guy as Robot Guy when he was clearly dressed in power armor from Fallout. Like, I don't.
So like trademark.
And pushing up my glasses, getting all mad about stuff like that.
I thought you were gonna say though, it's like a trademark. We cannot say the name here.
Why did you say that name? I remembered the theory. Damn it, but you can go on with whatever you're saying first.
Oh, I don't have anything more.
Okay. This isn't so much actually a theory as something I would personally like to see. Because the thing, like how they left it in Last Jedi was Luke knew he was dying and he still said, "See you around, kid," to Kylo or something along those lines. So I'm thinking he is kind of speaking to Kylo as a Force ghost at certain points in the film. Like, he's not like haunting him necessarily, just like occasionally just talking to him. But one moment I would like to happen is I'd like them to do that a couple times, and then him like feel the presence behind him and turn around to kind of blow up at him, and instead of Luke, it's Anakin standing there.
Ooh.
Hayden Christensen?
God, no. Oh, no.
I want him to come back and have a shot. Just like... There's one final scene. But just kind of like for Kylo to find out how wrong he's been.
You've aged horribly, Hayden.
I haven't even seen what he looks like now because he just doesn't do.
Didn't they bring him out for the fest last year or some shit?
He was there this year. I don't know about last year. But like they had like him and all the people that have voiced Anakin together. Like Matt Lanter from Clone Wars. Like, there were definitely mistakes made on the prequels, but I don't think they'd make the same mistake again if they brought him back for, like, a scene.
I hope that IMDb doesn't ruin something for me.
About?
Oh, I was just pulling up to see, like, if there were pictures of, like, him now.
Mm.
Anyways, let me get out of there. Out of fear.
But
yeah, that tweet is from November 2012.
My greatest fear for this is still that JJ would play it too safe again, like he did with Force Awakens. I didn't have a problem with that, but I did agree that it was a little bit too much homage.
He looks old.
Well, that would be appropriate.
I mean, the last movie that I've seen him in... Oh, no, he was in Jumper. That's right. Wasn't he? He was in Jumper.
Sure.
Are you expecting people to remember Jumper?
Well, there was a game about it.
Like, I remember it existed. I just don't remember any details of any kind.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually watched the movie. Like, I just knew the concept. I want to see this footage. See how this came out. I'm so used to using mute. Don't need that. The angle is perfect.
3 of us are playing video games, and one of us is
And I'm watching
video.
I'm watching video from the weekend. Yeah. That's the way game chasing go.
We don't have to get into spoilers or anything, but did anyone watch the premiere of the new season for Game of Thrones?
I don't watch that.
Okay. Ryan?
It was good.
Of course.
Yeah, it was good. I was actually a full season behind, so over the weekend I binged season 7 and watched the new one. Yeah, it was good. I watched it kind of quickly though, so I don't really have like any major things I picked up on that I'd want to mention.
Aside from the fact that like none of the major chips fell, I don't know that I expected it either.
I mean, it's the first episode.
Yeah, I mean, like the first episode of most seasons, really, with exception of like the hook at the end, like have been fairly tame by comparison. Although the guy from Always Sunny is the one who got the arrow through his eye.
Mac.
Yeah.
I saw that today. I think he might have tweeted or something like that.
Yeah.
That's right. I got that move.
But yeah, somehow I blissfully avoided spoilers for that show for like 3 years.
That's awesome that you managed that.
I have no idea how.
Because that is not easy. That's one of those shows that it's like, if you're 15 minutes late,
all of it,
you might be in a bad spot.
Yeah, but I watched season 6, and that was it.
I think by that point, like, the people who weren't, maybe the people who were like most vocal about ruining stuff like that were had moved on.
Like, I might have gotten one or two things like hinted at. Like, I don't know how to say this without actually insinuating anything. I will say something involving the dragons.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
A change in dynamic, if you will. Like, I didn't like recall that necessarily, but I think I might have had something like hinted at in that direction to me. And like a line out of context, I think someone was just like making a meme out of it. But it's a line that I will just say because it, out of its context, literally anybody for any reason could say this line. Is I wanted her to know it was me. I think that I had heard that at some point, but like just completely divorced of context. So I had no idea who could have said it and about who.
I thought you were gonna say that. Where's my elephant?
I saw someone tweeting about that episode like a day or two before I watched the season. So I guess that's kind of appropriate, even though I never really connected that.
Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant?
There are a lot of memes about like that final shot in the first episode of the new season of people putting music over it.
I saw the sunglasses one. That's the.
I didn't see that one, but that's used for so many things. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
I'll see if I can find it.
There's two I would like to see. Is one is like the Seinfeld music, the end of an episode for that, and the other one is an anime one, so it's not as clear a reference, but like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the way they end that off. They end that off with like it freezes and it starts the beginning of Roundabout by Yes, if you're familiar with that song.
Yeah, hold on.
But people frequently will just like edit that ending bit onto stuff.
Just realized that Eric's in that group.
Okay. I might as well load that up. I don't think I'm going to die in a Warframe at this moment.
But yeah, there's a ton of people who were just like...
I appreciate it. Like, it's a good joke.
All right, cats. I'm gonna bounce. Getting kind of tired. So for the night. So
okay.
All right. See you in a week.
All right, and then we got a few days till end game. Some of us.
Okay, yeah, that's a good clip.
Man, I should use this chest-mounted GoPro more often. In like the context of like conventions.
So on the topic of live games, since I'm playing Warframe, has there been anything really added significant to Anthem in the last while?
I don't know. Really, since
Went back to the drawing board after that article came out.
Well, it was right around that time that article came out that my gold was up.
Mm.
And so I was dragging my feet because I needed motivation to justify throwing more money at gold, because I just signed myself up for 3 nights of gaming a week when none of those nights are Xbox right now.
Yeah. You don't need gold for Warframe.
I am on Xbox. You do, don't you?
Not that I'm aware of.
I thought free to play was not free on Xbox.
I think it is. It was on PlayStation when I played it.
On PlayStation, yeah. PlayStation has like free to play games have no plus requirement. But on Xbox, all multiplayer, even free to play. So like Fortnite you have to pay for gold.
I don't think you need to pay for Nintendo Online for free play either, so I don't know why
You're
Xbox would be the only one out of those 3.
Because they were the first one in there, and that was before the free to play like really took off.
Really hit.
Yeah, I think.
Granted, Warframe was also before the free to play really took off, because it was like 2013 that came out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see what this new Cataclysm is, but like right now, like the one thing that might pull me back into gold right now is this Uprising, not Uprising, the new Overwatch event.
Yeah.
Because they're bringing back all the other whatchamacallits.
All the other event.
Yes.
Late playthrough stuff. That's cool. I heard that there was a thing happening. I just didn't get any details of it.
Yeah, it just started today. So
that explains the update in my folder that I didn't click on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's the composition's interesting, I think. Because it's what's his name? Maximilian is the target, but it's Tracer and Genji and Winston and Mercy. So it's dive comp, which is interesting.
It's been a long time since I've played that. I think several new characters have come out.
Mm-hmm. That new one just got Baptiste.
Yeah. I can't find this freaking mining location, damn it. You can mine ore in the open worlds in this game. You use that to gain standing with different groups and build things. It's not like as tedious as something like Final Fantasy XIV is, though. I'm gonna turn my stuff off for a second.
Are you going through footage?
I'm looking at the video on it. I just had it. It's nice because the way that the mount that I have, so I've got this deal, this skeleton one, and so when it's up against my chest, it's angled like that.
Okay.
So it's pointing
down,
which is perfect because I'm already taller than most. So like I'm not getting faces of people.
Okay.
I'm just getting the table, which is like exactly what I wanted.
Cool.
I'm not listening to the audio of it though, because it's me and Hodge just talking for like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I'm back, but I'm keeping my video off because I'm going to eat for a second.
Okay. But no, I mean, footage looks great. There's a lot that I can trim. Like, if I can find some way to like do like super speed, like between the fun parts, like where it's like, oh, here's a long shelf of games.
Right.
Yeah, Steven, I guess cumulatively it's a bit of a long record compared to the last few weeks. Derek is wondering if he entirely missed the GoPro talk, or do you want to touch on that again, Musty?
Sweet. I have the moment that I picked up Thor out of a loose bin.
Nice.
I was just like, right. Let me just look at that again. Yeah, just rifling.
Yeah. Did you hear the GoPro question?
I didn't. I have the chat closed.
Yeah, Derek said he was just wondering if he completely missed the GoPro talk.
Oh.
So if you want to touch on that again for a minute.
Yeah, so I decided to try using my chest mount for footage. So I have like 48 minutes of footage from Midwest of me and Hodge walking around the floor, like hunting. And so the way that I have this skeleton mount for it, for my Hero 4 Silver. Yeah. And it, the way that it fits on this snap piece is at a perfect angle downward to where I'm not catching anyone's faces. So far, I haven't, like, there's been like a child or two who's walked past, but other than that, like most people, it's cutting at about their shoulder, which is great for getting like the table shots. And it's like right in front of me, so like if I hold something in front of my hand, like in front of myself, like it is as though I'm staring right at it, which is kind of cool. I just don't know how to do that. I'd have to find a way to like I said, if I could speed up the like points when I'm just walking. So if I could like really cut down on the time and get it down to like maybe 5 or 6 minutes, it would be interesting to just put out like, hey, here's 45 minutes of me walking around. There's just a few moments where it's like we were waiting for the vendor, Hodge and I were, and so like I have to, like, I'm just sort of standing there. We're waiting for this guy to stop chatting with this guy and his kid.
Waiting for the vendor, you were.
Yes.
Couldn't let that pass. Did you open the chat up again, or?
No, I did not.
Okay, so
does he have more questions?
Just follow-ups. But Scott's Game Asylum is in the chat. Good morning. He says.
Good morning.
And so Derek's follow-up was that he's considered using the chest mount for game swaps too. he doesn't mind catching faces, but wants it to mostly be games and stuff for sale.
Yeah. So let me.
And then got several more there, so you're gonna have to open the chat up if you want.
I am opening it up. I was gonna say I can screen share the image, like some of the imagery that I'm getting. Here, let me cut the audio at least. Pause. Let me just show you what it looks like when doves cry.
Oh, jeez.
How is it not? Oh, is it not letting? It won't let me screen share it. I'll have to do it this way. Here. But like that's a shot that I'm getting just from standing.
Yeah, that's good. That's
right.
A cool, cool
like
angle.
that's like, yeah, it's me kind of just like mulling around with my eyes and less of me using my hands, but like this.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there, man. For sure.
And then Derek, I'll get back to your questions in a second here. But yeah, like no faces. Okay, I'll stop doing that.
No people, just games.
Yeah, there's a few people like the vendors who are sitting down behind their booth, which is really a lousy way to try and sell, right? I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Okay.
By the way, Derek, I don't want to completely let it pass without mentioning that GIF you posted in response to my initial tweet. That was amusing. The Samba de Amigo thing from last week or week before. I should have known that would end up as something.
Okay, so
I always have mixed feelings about seeing myself as a GIF, but those are always fun.
Hodge walkers. So Derek says, "Damn me." Oh, was he? Derek, are you a sit-down vendor? Apologies. I didn't mean to offend. There's just these two guys who are just like, you can tell that they aren't. I mean, maybe they didn't want to be the up in your face kind of. You made a great face for the Samba controllers.
I'm just checking out this RetroPie image on this RetroPie that I got today. Well, Raspberry Pi 3 for $5.
I wonder if I caught the image of the guy that caused me to decide to turn off the camera. Because like there was one guy, like I came up to his table and he just, there he is. Like he kind of like panicked.
That you had a camera?
Like he just kind of gave me this look, like, and I just said, "Hey, sorry, if you want me to turn this off, I'll turn it off." Like,
and he's like, "Yeah, turn it off."
No, he didn't say anything. But then I walked away, and I'm like, you know what? I've got 45 minutes of footage.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to weird anybody out. But like, I'm not the only person who's walking around with a camera.
Well, and you should expect it at a game show,
right?
Like people are gonna be
walking. Like, sorry, go ahead, Troy.
No, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like that, like you could have just looked up and seen just like the chest and camera right in front of his face.
That's true too. That's well, maybe that's
like it would have been like a camera right in his face to a degree.
Yeah, I even have the moment when I asked him, and he says it's okay. He kind of smiles, but like he like stared me like straight in the eyes, like I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
just for courtesy, if nothing else, just in case he didn't want to be in a video.
Yeah, well, I mean, like there's stuff that you sign when you go to a show that basically says like any promotional footage that comes out of it, you're by buying a ticket or by signing up for a vendor table, like you are releasing your ability to be captured in footage, video or still, and used for promotional stuff the next year. So, I mean, what difference is, hey, you might be in the background of a YouTube video or something.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to weird it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did have plenty of footage, so it wasn't like I needed it.
Yeah.
I just wish I almost wish I could have gathered more and maybe had it been like all of my hunting.
I don't know. Some people are kind of psycho about being photographed. I took my kid in for like a haircut. It's like the first time I took him in. Like my wife had taken him before, but like that was the first time I took him in for a haircut. So I was like going to take a picture of him, and the guy cutting his hair like freaked out that I would like put the camera on my son. Like, it's not even pointed at you, man. Relax.
There are mirrors.
Well, whatever. Like, you couldn't see the guy in the shot I was taking. And I'm like, well, then just stand out of the way for a second. I'll get him in the chair. Put this. And he just like, but it wasn't even like giving me a second to. He just like lost it. I'm like, dude,
that's weird.
You need to relax a little bit. Like, I'm gonna delete it if it's such a big deal, but you need to relax. And then we never went back there because I'm like, they hired lunatics.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Like, I'm not pointing it at you. I don't want a picture of you. You're not pretty. Like,
right. It's not like I'm conducting interviews against people's will. Like, I'm just recording. Like, I could be doing this with. That's the weird thing is and I think I remember this from like a Game Chasers episode, right? Where like people taking video with their camera phone doesn't weird people out. But the moment that it's a slightly bigger camera, then suddenly they panic. Yeah, right. Like,
yeah, they're like getting news exposure or something.
Yeah, or there's someone there. Yeah, like I remember the one episode where it's like all of a sudden there's like
recording.
I guess I don't know.
People are just lunatics for the most part. Half of it's not even reason.
There is a degree to which, like, people want to protect their privacy, but still.
Okay, but if you're going
to there's reasonable reactions, and then there's
market, then you don't have privacy when you're in public. Get over it. You're constantly being recorded, no matter where you are.
Well, if I remember right, their suspicion was that something nefarious goes down at that flea market, and they were worried, like, because it was like the organizers that told them to shut it down and like almost like demanded the footage from them.
Yeah, like there might be like hot items on the floor.
Yeah. Something. Hot items or like backroom deals that are
greasy drunk deals.
Greasy drunk deals, yeah.
That's right.
Me. I was around there somewhere. Yeah, I had Barry, man. I had the greasy trunk deals like right in your face. I wasn't even out of the trunk. It was on the table. At that point, it was great. Probably unloaded like half the stuff I brought.
Derek has a good point, though. Footage of walking sped up can cause people to get dizzy, and I totally see that.
Yeah, if you well, you wouldn't have a shaky camera though with what you're doing, which is good because people that like
shouldn't be. I mean, it's still me sauntering, so
yeah,
yeah. But like if you speed the footage up,
I would take a look at it, of course, and just make sure.
Barf bag approved. Musty footage.
Right. I mean, because I've seen some people do like the shoulder mount where it's like on this part of the strap, like up here.
And you look like a cyborg.
The Predator laser cannon.
Exactly. Yeah. Like for some reason this wasn't bad. The thing I didn't like the most about it was the way that the straps like because the straps like came right across here. And
Yeah, like a bounty hunter.
It wasn't flattering at all. Like, I really didn't like it.
Like a fanny pack worn way too high.
Kind of. It was. It was the He-Man thing, right? The like. That's basically what it was, except it was elastic, so it was very it was trying to be as tight as possible. Yeah, I'll find a way to cut that together. Maybe I'll release it separately, just as a like
a VR experience.
I mean, I did it using the I think I used the medium frame medium FOV, not the linear one, because my camera can do that like wide angle fisheye thing, or I can make it look like a normal camera and not have to correct it in post, which is really nice. I just don't use that camera enough. Should probably try to fix that. But it is it's hitting the midnights for me.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's like 1 o'clock here.
I've been doing the stream thing and staying up later than I probably should be. Either because like I'll get off a stream and I'm just like, man, I can't go to bed yet. I'm like amped.
Yeah.
But I need to start reconditioning myself to getting to bed earlier again. We'll see. But I'll be doing my stream thing tomorrow night.
Right on. I'm probably playing a game of D&D tomorrow night online.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah, with MC Murr.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's just the two of us right now, but we're like working out the bugs and all that kind of stuff and then setup, and then we're gonna expand it out to other people and put it on YouTube and that kind of thing, and Twitch perhaps and whatnot. And at Barry, I didn't show these. I got these like really cool dice. I don't know if you guys can see that very well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's an extra life dice, and then but the others, that's the 6, and then the rest of them are just like the normal pips or whatever. But yeah,
oh, that's
like
cool.
Really cool blue color. I got 3 of these. And the guy, I was like, man, I really wish they made like a D&D set of them where it's like the 7 different dice, all the polyhedral dice.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they do. I put that out there on Twitter, and as usual, I got crickets because that's my life.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll shut it
Good
down.
Talking to you guys. See you next
right.
week.
See you later.
All right.
See ya.